Good-looking people of Reddit. What are some actual disadvantages you face because of your looks? They assume I have a large 2. They are often disappointed. You're too pretty to be that smart.
You're too pretty to be that smart. I think this one's a bit of a backhanded compliment, really. Who you are as a person would depend on how you react to that one. I think some people would take that as a compliment, to be fair, and wouldn't see anything wrong with it at all, whereas someone else could actually find it quite offensive. But again, it all depends on who you are as a person, I think.
Arrogance. Everybody thinks you're an arrogant when you don't talk or make contact at a social gathering. It's simply because I want to chill and be reserved. Nothing to do with arrogance. People assume I'm gay when I'm with male friends. Huge pressure to find a partner. I've been called cute by girls and women for years now, because of my colour and eye combination. But I've never had a girlfriend. When people jokingly ask me how many girlfriends I've had, or how many hearts I've broken, I feel an insane amount of pressure because I've never had a girlfriend, and I don't currently have one. Edit. And if you're wondering, I've got green-blue eyes with a Mediterranean colouring.
I'm not sure if this one necessarily relates to being good looking. I mean, in this day and age, I feel like there's a huge amount of pressure on all of us to be in a happy relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that what you look like intensifies that pressure that we all face. Let me know in the comments if you know where I'm coming from.
As a guy, apparently I look a little too intimidating, if that makes sense. Like, I look like the person who has their life figured out and doesn't take crap from people. In reality, I'm a socially awkward guy who loves nerdy facts and Cheetos. Until I met my wife, I always had difficulty with women, mainly back in high school. The girls that did want to go out with me were shallow and just wanted the status of having me as their boyfriend. Those were really bad relationships that never lasted long. And then there were the girls I actually liked, who weren't extremely popular and had trouble believing I had genuine interest in them. I admit, it didn't help that I had had a number of short relationships with the it girls in school, which gave the appearance to some that I was a player, but that wasn't me on the inside. It took moving cities before I finally managed to meet women who didn't have preconceived notions about me and would give me a chance based on merit rather than reputation. Even now, at 36 years of age, we get women who glare at my wife and I as we walk along holding hands, or try to flirt with me in front of her. It is fun to shut them down by telling them about the kind of woman I like, while simultaneously putting my arm around my wife, though. I'm a guy, and have had a few harmless stalkers. I've even received anonymous emails from women that would confess their crush on me, but fail to give me any details. I've been deliberately cornered at my place of work and dropped inappropriate comments, borderline sexual harassment. If I'm presented in a semi-aggressive stalkerish way, I'm generally nice about it, but I'm always clear that I have zero interest. I can only imagine it's significantly worse for women. Any friendly conversation I have with a guy, or just smiling, I'm an extroverted person, is automatically considered flirting. The unrealistic expectations and assumption that I can easily find a relationship. Guys, good guys especially, are intimidated by my looks too easily and just give up, either because of insecurity or because they think I am high maintenance. Ugh. Working in a professional field as an attractive woman sometimes means men won't work with me for fear of being seen as inappropriate. It also sometimes unfortunately means less attractive women take out insecurities or past injustices from other attractive women on me. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal. There are disadvantages and advantages to pretty much everything.
Yes, this one is quite common. Speaking from my own experiences as a woman, and some of my friends' experiences to be fair, especially in the workplace, men can be intimidated and almost shy away from any kind of relationship with us. Like, they wouldn't want to be seen talking to us by anyone, as it might be mistaken for flirting. Don't get me wrong, this isn't the case for all men at all, but I have heard of it happening quite a lot, and I've experienced it myself.
Formerly good-looking person here. Aging is rough. I'm losing my only redeemable quality. Getting called a just for how my face looks. I could dress in a nun's outfit and some random person on Reddit or Instagram would be like, "You look like a..." This is going to make my fellow men mad, but here it goes. I am constantly being pressured into doing it. I think a lot of girls I go out with may not be used to dating attractive or fit men. I say this because they've indicated as such, and are eager to get me into bed, either because they're sexually frustrated or they're trying to lock me down. It's a real bummer, man. Makes me feel a lot of sympathy for women who go through it even more often. When I don't approach people, or if I'm not being very social, people judge me hard as heck and can be rude. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm allowed to be a crappy person too. My coworker is very cute and can easily get a guy's attention. Last week, we were talking and she started crying because the guy she's seeing only talks to her when she sends nudes. She said it's near impossible to find a guy that wants her for more than just her looks and body, and she doesn't want to date anymore because it's making her feel cheap and worthless. The awkward stage you have to go through when a guy you genuinely want as a friend finds out you don't share their romantic interests. 20% of the time they're chill about it, and 80% of the time they move on. This one sucks, because it makes you feel like you're only good enough to do it with, but undeserving of friendships. I legit don't know if I have a good personality, or even what my personality is like. I'm male, by the way. In junior year of high school, I basically grew into my looks. I started working out, my jawline became defined, and my cheekbones were suddenly way more prominent. Overall, my face just became more attractive. I've always kind of had an extroverted, awkward personality. Before that year, I wasn't as attractive, and being unattractive and awkward is not a good combination. After I grew into my looks, people began saying that my awkward personality and hotness combined to be very cute. What was awkward became adorable. What was formerly a flaw became a positive, and I don't even know if it is a positive. It's the same thing with humour. I have no idea if I'm actually funny because people generally just laugh at most of my jokes. Ever since then, I simply have no idea. So many years unsure.
Yeah, this one must be kind of annoying, to be fair. Like, obviously, you'd have people swooning over you, especially in school and college, laughing at everything you say, agreeing with everything you say, etc. It would be hard to know if those people were actually your friends, or were they just trying to impress you? That would definitely affect you for the rest of your life in regards to trust, I think. What do you guys think about this one?
The harassment. I have a perfectly good sidewalk around where I live, but it's impossible for me to jog on and keep my sanity because passing cars and trucks will keep honking and scaring the out of me. I've tried jogging later in the day when everyone is already home from work, but then random creepers will keep slowing down and yelling out the window to get my attention. I have to drive to an actual track. I wonder if they know or care how they look doing that.
I was waiting for this one to come up. The dreaded beeping. Now, I can speak from my own personal experiences on this one. This is the most annoying thing ever. Honestly, it's so cringy. Like, what are they even expecting from it? For us girls to be like, oh my gosh, they just beeped at me. That is so sexy and confident. Stop the car. Let's get a snog. Like, no. If anything, it just makes me jump and then I'm annoyed. If it's at night as well, it's actually really scary because I'm all paranoid worrying if they're going to pull over and throw me in the car. That's dark, I know, but it's true. That's actually what goes through our heads. Please stop beeping, lads. It's so cringe, honestly.
Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of this video and have a wonderful day. Speaking as a guy, I haven't really encountered any drawbacks. It's actually, in my opinion, a form of privilege. People treat you better, find you more competent. Hell, I'm gay, so I even get free drugs from people at clubs and raves. I am insanely prone to acne. I literally break out every week. It's insane. It really brings me down because people are used to knowing me as that good-looking boy, and when they see me, I feel like I catfished them. The sheer disappointment in women's faces when I show up to a party. I just want to hang out. I was invited too. Let's chat, ladies, and you'll see I'm a good person and not gunning for male attention. Gah, if I was a lesbian, this situation would be way different. Laughing my ass off. People love shipping you with other people. By shipping, I mean they like to pair you up with another person in the group and say things like, you guys look cute together, even though absolutely nothing is going on. It's annoying because it makes things awkward, and what the hell do you even do in a situation like that? I don't know this for sure, but I think it makes people start conversations with you. I just feel like I get spoken to way more than I see the other people around me get spoken to. In lineups, on the street, at the dog park. I hate chatting with strangers, so it really stands out to me. Just let me daydream in peace. FFS. The crap tests. As a man myself, other men will see you as a threat, even though you're just minding your business, and try to do dumb crap to assert their dominance, I guess. It can be annoying, but secretly, deep down, it feeds my ego when they do it. Oh, and girls you like will just use you for your body, and you get sad when they ghost you. In my experience, some people assume they aren't good enough for you. In high school, I told a girl I liked her. She laughed at me and said, yeah, right, that's a funny joke. Everybody wants to have a conversation and asks more personal questions. Gets exhausting lying to so many people because my life is set to private. People think you've had it easy all your life and you've been given everything you want and never had to work for anything. I was bullied really bad growing up. Home life wasn't that swell, and I've had a job since 14. I would never think to ask for help, unless my hands are full already. I am a threat to every other guy, and guys don't want me around their wives or girlfriends. Going to the club? Forget it. I'm getting kicked out or asked to leave because I'm tall and girls give me attention. Can't enjoy music/show at clubs. Hatred. Sometimes people, for whatever reason, automatically hate you. It could be jealousy, their insecurity, you remind them of an ex, or whatever. But it just sucks that sometimes there is just instant hate from a complete stranger.
Okay, I find this one sad. To think that people just automatically dislike someone or are unsure of them without even speaking to them or getting to know them just because they're attractive. I know this happens everywhere as well. I think we've all been guilty of this one before, haven't we? Am I right? It all boils down to jealousy. Such an evil and toxic emotion.
I think the only disadvantage is seeing your looks vanish with age. I feel sorry for some of the ones still posting on Facebook well into their 40s. It's kind of pathetic, but I understand how hard it is to let go. I've had it enough times that people only become friends with me because I'm attractive and they want to date me. I'm now paranoid whenever anyone wants to be friends with me. I literally just lost a friend because they confessed, and I let them know I didn't reciprocate. I'm not necessarily good looking, but I do look like a child, and my short height doesn't help. I know my resume looks better than those of other applicants, but I know I have been passed over for jobs because of my young looks. I always can tell it's not going to end well when I walk in and they ask me if I'm over 18, or begin the conversation with, "Sweetie." Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos coming daily.